What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. I am back with another monthly favorites. These are all of the beauty and lifestyle favorites that I have been loving and using nonstop in my everyday routine for the month of July. I have so many good summer routine goodies to show you in this video today. I was actually traveling for the majority of the past couple of weeks. Out of the past 5 weeks, I was traveling for 4 of them. So a lot of these are also kind of like travel favorites, things that I brought with me on my summer trips. So hopefully I can impart some tips and good recommendations for you if you have any coming up as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I want to kick things off with a new favorite. I don't think I've talked about these on my channel before, maybe on one of my live streams. I am loving these blurring pillow blushes from a brand called Soshi. I had never heard of this brand before. Comment down below if you shop from them, if you have any other, recommendations, things for me to try. They very kindly sent me all 4 of these blushes. And guys, these are the best, I hate to use the word dupe, alternative to the Chanel cream to powder blushes. It's that formula that's becoming a little bit more popular lately, where it's like squishy. It's not quite a cream. It's not quite a powder, but you kind of enjoy the benefits of both. They are so cloud-like, very easy to apply, but you get that really gorgeous kind of natural, slightly creamy finish that you would get from a cream stick blush, for example, except it dries down nicely like a powder. These are more pigmented than the Chanel cream to powder blushes. So I know a lot of you guys are like, what brush do I use with that? Or, some of the lighter shades, you guys say you can't build them up enough. I love the Chanel blushes, but I really enjoy the pigmentation of these. And I also think that the shades are a little bit more neutral, a little bit more approachable in the Soshi line. I'll show you some swatches here of the 4 shades that they currently have. My favorite one is this one, Copper Spice. This is the one I was wearing on repeat on my recent trip to Boston. They are very similar to the ones from Rare Beauty, the bouncy blushes. They're very similar, but what I've noticed is that the Rare Beauty ones, they have more of a matte finish, whereas these, they do a better job of mimicking the radiance that you get from the Chanel cream to powder blushes. And once again, I think that the shades in this line are my favorite because they're very neutral, they're very wearable, but they still have some really interesting nuance to them. They also are refillable, it looks like. I can push this out. They really are not too expensive. They also did give me a coupon code that you can use on their website. I'll put it up here on the screen if you're interested. I believe they also sell these at Credo Beauty. So if you have a Credo store around you, you want to swatch them, maybe they have them in stores. That's just a little tip for you. I really like them and I never talked about them before on my channel. So thank you, Sweed Beauty, for sending these to me. Otherwise, I would have no idea that you existed. Now, as I mentioned, I was traveling for the majority of July. And when I'm traveling, whether I am going on vacation or on a work trip, I'm very particular about the type of foundation that I bring because I'm gonna be doing a full face of makeup unless I'm at the beach or something like that. And I want that stuff to last. I'm not gonna be touching it up. I want to feel like my most fabulous self. And on these trips, I was in 2 weddings. I was a bridesmaid. I was a wedding guest. I was touring around. It was going to be pretty much warm or quite hot in all of the locations where I was. So I really needed something that was going to look good for special events, but also last all day. Anyway, the foundation that I ended up bringing is the Clé de Peau Radiant Fluid Foundation, specifically in the matte formulation. This is such a fantastic matte foundation for people with dry skin. If you are new here, hi, my name is Sophia. I have dry skin and a lot of matte foundations, they get kind of crusty on my face. They dry out throughout the day. They start to age me a little bit after a couple of hours. So I really have to look for something that has a matte finish, more of a dry down and gives that lasting power, but doesn't make me look like a crusty crab at the end of the day. And this is really that perfect in between. This is such a good summer foundation for me, and it's Clé de Peau, right? So it's gonna look beautifully radiant. It doesn't irritate the skin at all. I would say this is medium coverage, but you could definitely build it up to full. I have just been loving this stuff. This is what I'm wearing on my face today, by the way. Gorgeously radiant. If you have the Radiant Cream Foundation, that one is more full coverage than this, and it's not as much of like a matte finish. That one doesn't dry down quite as much. It's like more creamy. It has more intense hydration. And I did bring that one with me, like just in case as a backup, but I ended up using this one just because it was so hot and I knew I was gonna like sweat a little bit. By the way, I did not bring this whole glass bottle with me on my trip. No, 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 that is not travel friendly at all. I always, what's the word? Like decant. I put them in my little, travel foundation pump bottles. I will link these down below because it's really hard to find travel pump bottles that aren't like this big. A lot of them are still pretty big. These are the smallest ones I've been able to find. I get them on Amazon. I'll have to find them and put the link down below. They're not expensive and I label all of them with my label maker. And then whenever I travel, I can just like fill them up a little bit and pop them in my travel makeup bag. So I did not bring that whole glass bottle with me. And I'm not gonna go on and on about these next two products because I've already mentioned them in several other videos, but I do wanna give a shout out to number one, the recently reformulated Chantecaille Future Skin Foundation. I love the new version, love the old one. I think I like the new one a little bit better, and I also like the slightly adapted alabaster shade. I've really been liking this. I didn't bring this with me on my vacation because again, it's like how many foundations can I actually bring? But I have really been enjoying it and it has been a favorite, so that's why it's in this video. And in addition, the new Clé de Peau loose powder. I didn't get this until like mid-month, but I think it's so good. Once again, I think it deserves a spot in this video. This is the best loose powder that I have ever tried. It's pretty similar to the La Prairie, except this one doesn't have the really strong scent. I am probably going to be going to the mall tomorrow and I'm going to stop by the Clé de Peau counter at Neiman Marcus to check out the other shade because I think this shade, which is shade 2, I think it's just called beige. This one I think is perfect for me, but the other one I think would be good for brightening, maybe like here under the eye area. So I'll check it out and if I get it, I will let you guys know, but this powder is like a 10 out of 10 for me. And just a quick reminder that if you are enjoying this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. It really helps me out. And if you are new here, maybe consider subscribing to my channel. My name is Sophia and I upload new videos just like this every single week, all about everyday beauty and accessible luxury style. I film all of my beauty videos in natural light with no filters. I would like to keep it real, honest, chill, and fun here on this channel. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button to join our fam. We would love to have you. And all these products that I'm talking about, the makeup on my face, the shades that I mentioned, they're all gonna be linked in the description box down below and on the shopping button on the screen. And now for the palette that I have been wearing all month long on all of my travels, pretty much haven't put this down. The Viseart Midsummer Lumiere Etendu palette. I did not realize how much I was gonna like this palette. I love this palette. Is it the most creative color story ever? No, no, it is not. Is it a beautiful everyday palette that is also excellent for bridal occasions in the summertime? Yes. Yes, it is. You guys already know I love the Viseart formula. I have not every single palette that they sell, but I have a lot of them. I have a huge collection and I don't think I've ever decluttered any of these palettes. That's how much I love them. I always bring Viseart palettes when I travel because number one, the formula is amazing. And if I have to create a more glam look or a more, easy, softer, everyday look, it's very easy to do that with this formula. I always have tons of options, even if it's just one palette. And also, maybe this is a con to some people, the packaging is very lightweight and travel friendly. Like this isn't going to break or anything like that. It's not gonna add a ton of weight to your suitcase. It's just very utilitarian, but still very luxurious because the formula is great. I am wearing this palette on my eyes today, just did like a soft everyday look with maybe like 3 or 4 of the shades, but I will put a photo up here of the slightly more glam look that I did for my friend's wedding. I was one of the bridesmaids and I just used a little bit of eyeliner, popped on some lashes, and I was really happy with the way that it came out. So highly recommend this one and just all the Viseart palettes in general. I would wait for a sale. They have some really good sales. And then I have a coupon code that you can use and it usually works on top of the sale. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my channel, because whenever Viseart has a sale, I let you guys know. And who knows what they're going to be coming out with for fall and holiday. I'm really excited to see. But put this on your wish list if you're looking for a really nice neutral palette that kind of leans slightly pink or mauve. On my lips today, I'm wearing one of the Chanel Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue lippies. These are my favorite long-lasting lipsticks. You got the liquid lipstick on one side, you let it dry, and then you pop on the gloss, and you just have the best long-lasting lip for a special occasion, every day, a night out. And these are what I was wearing, not only for the weddings, but also like I just wanted something that would last throughout the day that I wouldn't have to consistently reapply. These are one of my favorite Chanel products of all time. They did come out a couple of months ago with some new shades, some new neutral shades, and I think I bought all of them because I love these things. The shade that I have on right now is called Pink Nude. And as you can imagine, it's a pinky nude, but the other one that I have here is called Caramel Beige. So Pinky Nude, I wore more so for the bridal looks. And then Caramel Beige, I'd wear this more if I did like a smoky eye or if I just wanted something that like wasn't so pink. This is more of a true neutral, and this one is a pinky neutral. So if you're looking at any of my photos that I posted during the trip, half the time I'm pretty much wearing either one of these lippies. We're gonna get back to the makeup in a second, but I wanna give a quick shout out to a handbag favorite for the month of July. As many of you know, I do a lot of mid-range handbag reviews here on my channel. I'm always testing out whatever brands you guys are interested in and looking for the next best thing. Really trying to test the quality of some of these mid-range brands because my goodness, the luxury brands are so expensive now. So I wanted to highlight in this video today this little favorite from the month of July. This is the Strathbury mini mosaic bag. I'm not sure if it's called the mini or if it's called the nano, but I'll link the specific size that I purchased in the description box. And this is in the shade Vanilla, I believe it's called. It's basically like an ivory, kind of like an off-white. I love white bags for summer because I feel like they just go with everything, like a floral dress or any kind of simple outfit. You can easily just kind of dress it up and elevate the look with a nice crisp bag for summer. I've noticed I've been getting a lot of questions about Strathbury. What do I think of Strathbury bags? And my mom has some Strathbury bags, but I actually had never owned one. And this style, the mosaic bag, seemed to be the one that you guys are the most interested in. So of course I got the little mini size. There's a couple of things that I really like about this bag. Number one, the quality is amazing. Like the leather is very soft, but also quite sturdy. It's like a grained leather, and I haven't had any issues with scratching or anything like that. I have not babied this bag. I should also mention that. No issues with color transfer. You know, I touch the bag, I get makeup on it, I wipe it off with a tissue, and it comes right off. Like, it's a very carefree bag. So far, I've really been loving it. I also like that it doesn't have any like huge logos. It does say Strathbury right there, but it kind of just blends in, like it's very subtle. And then I also like the fact that it's small enough that you can wear it crossbody and it looks like a cute little crossbody bag. But if you take the crossbody off and just wear it top handle, it really is something that you could wear out to dinner and it just looks like a really cute, feminine, adorable little bag. I love top handle, but when I'm traveling, having a crossbody just to be hands-free is essential. Like I need to have those options. So I really think that this is a great little crossbody / top handle bag for travel. It does come in larger sizes, at least one larger size. So if you're looking at this and you're like, oh my gosh, that's so tiny, I get it. I totally get it. But for travel, this is perfect. I'll kind of show you in there. I've got like my card holder. You can fit sunglasses. Like you can fit a lot in here, but I get it. It is a smaller bag, but I wanted to give it a shout out because I just think it's so stinking cute. I love it. And of course I have my little Hello Kitty bag charm on there. These are so cute. These are from Nordstrom. I know a lot of you guys got these in the Nordstrom anniversary sale, but you can put an air tag in these. It fits perfectly. It's kind of a way to like keep track of your bag, but it's also a really cute bag charm. And these also come in adorable little like fruit and vegetable motifs. They have a whole different bunch to choose between. So highly recommend these little bag charms as well. Just thought it looked cute on the Stradbury bag. Maybe this is obvious, but I am influenced by my own subscribers all the time. You guys are always giving me the best product recommendations, tips, deals, you name it. I'm always listening to hear from you all what is good, whether it's in the comments or my membership Discord, you name it. And these next two favorites are inspired, or I was influenced by my longtime subscriber, Karen. Karen, thank you so much. She very kindly sent me some fragrance samples. She didn't even send me anything, but she sent me some fragrance samples and I'm like, what are these? And I smelled these fragrances, guys, and I don't like to hype things up too much on this channel, but this is a favorites video after all. I was bewitched by these fragrances. I was enchanted by the complexity of these fragrances. These don't smell, I'm not a fragrance like collector or whatever, but I have a decent amount of luxury fragrances over there on my counter. And I had not smelled anything like these two fragrances before. These are from a brand called House of Beau. I never heard of it before. Again, I'm not like into fragrances, but I do appreciate them. And I like to, you know, I like to accumulate them. I love scents. The first one here that she didn't send me this, she sent me samples. And then I went to Neiman Marcus and promptly purchased them. The first one is called Ave Maria. And the second one, which I got the smaller size, is called Bonbon. I did smell the other ones, but the two that Karen sent me actually did end up being my favorite. So good job, Karen. I guess you're good at knowing what I would like. The packaging is really beautiful, very luxurious, very weighty, and each fragrance has a different colored stone on top. The first one, which I believe is their newest one, is called Ave Maria. This is described as a fruity floral. I don't really get fruity from this. It smells enchanting. It does smell floral. There's something very heavenly about this. This is like what the Garden of Eden smells like in my imagination. I'm not that good at describing fragrances, but it really does smell extremely ethereal and complex to me. I'm going to read you the notes. I'll put them up here on the screen real quick. At the top, you have dewy gardenia, cashmere, and jasmine. Middle notes, raindrops, African neroli, and sweet pear. And then the base is oak wood, Merlot wine, okay, and Napa leather. A bunch of things that I would never think to put together, but man, do I like this. It's not too overpowering. These last a very long time. Like sometimes I'll shower and I can still smell them a little bit on my wrist. And then the other one, Bonbon, it is a gourmand fragrance. There's a very distinct caramel note in this one, but they've managed to create a gourmand fragrance that I actually like. It doesn't smell like straight up vanilla. It smells very complex and sexy. And I love to mix it with the Ave Maria to kind of lighten it a little bit, but it is good on its own. The notes for this one at the top, lychee, lily of the valley, and white saffron, pink pepper, marshmallow, and bergamot caramel in the middle. And at the base, we have white birch, aged cognac, and ambergris to give it a little bit of depth. I love these so much. Definitely give these a smell. Check them out if you like really long-lasting fragrances or if you're looking for just something different to add to your collection. I really like them. They're not cheap, but I like them so much that I splurged this month and I picked up both of them and I do not regret it. Thank you so much, Karen. And again, because I was traveling for most of the month, you can imagine that I very much enjoyed using my new customized Hourglass quad. I got so much use out of this. I actually brought this one and the blush one that I customized what was it, like 2 months ago at this point. I brought both of those, and that really covered a lot of the makeup that I needed to bring. I did bring one of the Sochi blushes with me and like my eyeshadow palette. I've really been enjoying having an Hourglass palette where every single shade just really hits. Every single shade is my favorite. And although I feel like a lot of you out there, you have like, you either own one or you've tried these at some point, I still all the time get questions about these palettes, whether they're worth it, because they are very expensive. And remember, the new ones for holiday, they're gonna be coming out very soon, probably like end of August, beginning of September, if it follows the same patterns as previous years. I really think that they're worth it if you find that you're going to use all of the shades. When I find a face palette where all of the shades work for me, I bring it on every single trip, and I do travel quite a lot, and then also use it in my everyday routine because it's like, okay, I've got everything in one. Plus I love the formula of all of their face products, the bronzers, the finishing powders. You just need to make sure that I know it sounds obvious, but people ask me all the time. It's like, yes, the product is really good, but if you can't find one where all the shades work for you, my recommendation would be to just purchase the singles. And they also have mini sizes as well. So if you can find a mini size of the bronzer, those are travel friendly, even more travel friendly than having, a full palette where you're only going to use like 1 or 2 of the shades. Oh, and by the way, I've really been enjoying using these with the BK Beauty A507. This is from the Angie Hot and Flashy collaboration. This is like that angled cheek brush. Not only does this fit really well in the little pans of the Hourglass palette, but I find that the curved shape makes it very multi-purpose, whether you're doing bronzer, blush, highlighter. So, half the time I'm getting ready and I'm pretty much just using this brush to do most of my face. So I wanted to give a little shout out to this brush as well. I had this one and the travel size one with me, my travel brush case. And I just kept reaching for this one throughout the month of July, whether it was with the Hourglass palettes or the Sochi blushes. And speaking of BK Beauty, I also want to give a shout out to their new brush soap. They very kindly sent this to me in PR, but even if they hadn't, I would have purchased it anyway because I am a makeup brush fanatic, and as you can imagine, I always have a lot of dirty brushes around. I have to clean them, and I'm always looking for a good brush soap that does a good job of cleaning my brushes while not damaging them. This one I think is really good. It is coconut oil based. It has like a nice light fresh scent that I do enjoy. And what I also thought was really clever, that in the cap it includes this little removable scrublet. So you go in with the soap and then you run the warm water over the little scrubby pad, or you can put it at the bottom of the sink and you just use it as a way to gently scrub the brush. Just kind of helps to get off, all of the makeup, the foundation that you have on the brushes. I think it is such a clever idea, and it's removable. So even after you use up the soap, you can keep this. You can keep this and, use it for future brush cleanings. And I just thought that that was brilliant. Not to mention that they also came out with the most adorable little travel size. I haven't used this one. I'm going to put it in my travel brush case, but I thought that that was really cute. And if you don't want to commit to the full size, you can just get the little mini size to see if you like it. But how does the brush soap perform? I know you're waiting for me to say that. I was really impressed with how easily this cleaned specifically my foundation brushes, the brushes that I use with liquid oil-based products like foundation, concealer, cream blush. A lot of times don't come for me. I do go in with the Dawn dish soap when it comes to the foundation brushes, because some soaps, they're so gentle that they can't get all the foundation, like it gets gunked up. It's in there, okay? They're dirty and it takes a couple of washes to clean it. This did a really great job. I think because it is coconut oil based, so you have something oil based cleaning the oil-based products off your brushes. I thought it did a fantastic job. I think it's really good specifically for synthetic brushes. I was getting a lot of questions. How does this brush soap compare against the Refer brush soap? Because that is what I typically use. I think that the Refer brush soap is better for natural hair brushes. It is not as oily as this one. So this one I think is great for cleaning foundation, concealer, just like I said. I find that the Refer one, it seems to be a little bit gentler, more moisturizing for those more delicate, softer natural hair brushes. So I don't think you need both. Like you could get one and use it on everything. I'm not gonna tell you to get both. But as a brush enthusiast, when I set up my little cleaning station, I am gonna have both and I'm gonna go back and forth depending on what I'm cleaning. So that's just me. What else was I gonna say? Oh yes, BK Beauty, at the time of this video going live, they are having their annual anniversary sale. So everything on the site is 20 to 35% off. No code needed. So if you want to try the brush soap, it should be included in the sale. I know I'm going to be picking up a couple of duplicates of like the Angie Hot and Flashy Cheek Brush, for example. So just want to let you know in case you want to try anything from BK Beauty. And finally, I need to give a shout out to the shoes that I have been wearing all summer long, not just this summer, but the past several summers since they came out with this style. These are the shoes that you see in like all of my Instagram photos. These are the Palestra sneakers from Jemmy. Specifically, these are the Palestra Altas. They're like a little bit of a chunkier sole. I have been a huge fan of Jemmy ever since the brand launched. They basically are really good quality shoes made in Italy. It's kind of like the accessible luxury of Italian footwear. You're getting like luxury quality, but for a much more reasonable price. And these are my favorite sneakers. They're definitely, if they're not my most worn shoes in my wardrobe, they're definitely like in the top 3. These are the shoes that I will walk 30,000 plus steps in per day when I'm in Paris or on a trip or something, while still being comfortable, while still looking very, very cute, because I want to look cute, okay, when I'm on vacation. So even if I'm wearing like a cute summer dress, Palestra sneakers, gonna wear some shorts, Palestra sneakers, gonna wear some lightweight trousers, Palestra sneakers. I love these sneakers. They're so comfortable, but again, like very good quality, made of Italian leather. So wanted to give them a shout out because I literally wear them with every single outfit in the summertime. Jemmy also has really, really good Italian loafers. I think it's called the Felice loafer. I have several of them in my wardrobe. I've had them for years. They hold up really well. It's a really good brand. I recommend checking them out. I've been shopping from this brand for like at least 10 years at this point. And the sneakers are a really great option, not only for travel, but just like your everyday life. Comment down below and let me know what have been your favorites for the month of July. Have you gone on any trips this summer? Do you have anything planned for the next month? I would love to know. If you like this video, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe, or better yet, go watch another video. Up next, I have my top skin tints for a real skin look. I'll see you there.